gifted child, you've returned. Covered in the stains of war, I see. Has the cold, blackened earth scared you off? The warmth of the fire, the sweet sting of light-struck air? Has that turned you gutless? Oh. You wanted to hear more of the story. Fine then. Just remember, gifted child. It is just a story. Hold on. Do you hear that? Hold on. I've been trying to kill this fucking rat for about a week now. And it keeps scurrying around eating my shit. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it. This is part 2 of Chapo Trap House and DM Patches present Rise of the Unblooded, Curse of the Mad King Job.
You rush out of there, and you guys head. I guess you guys head to the woods at this point, and sort of moving stealthily among the path. The harpies are obviously in wait, always looking to pick you off. But your journey has begun without Lindale, but it's begun all the same, and it needs to be completed. So you walk a few miles along the roads, battered and bruised from your encounter, and you reach the woods. Now, around the woods, you move further from Jerkwater. The few people who remain it's these boonies with a mix of saved and unblooded, living amongst one another in perpetual frustration. The woods itself is this horrible place where there's stink lines carved through anything that attempts to seal this place from the world. The Hill Hag's woes, she wants them to be known by everyone, that she was defeated by the true king. She wants everyone to know and think about it constantly for the rest of her and your days. And outside the woods, you see a little gaggle of what looks like gritties. And you hear your dog, Matt, growl as he sees the gritties. It's like a toddler. Just looking at these little gritties. And the gritties then, they seem like they're doing roll call. Okay, big youngest among us?
Ratio.
Okay, Kurt Engels?
Present. Corn cob.
Air Jordan Peterson?
Present. Corn cob. Ratio.
Leon Thotsky?
We're all trying to find the guy who did this.
Peter
We're all trying to find the guy who did this. We're trying to find the guy who did this.
Murray Cumchin?
Corn cob. Present.
Grabshy got run over by a reindeer?
Okay, boomer.
And that leaves me, Lacan these nuts, and Big Mark's energy.
I instantly take another Percocet.
Big Mark's energy? And you see the gritty is despondent looking around. Well, okay.
Crickets.
Crickets. Okay, we gotta figure this out, my dear.
Oh, trying to find the guy who did this. Ratio.
That's and they turn around. And they see you three approaching. They go, whoa, chud alert. Fascist.
Be gone, Fash.
Halt, comrades. You three, are you with the proud ones?
No, come on. No. I can't even eat breakfast cereal.
I don't know, comrade. The tall one looks like he works out.
We're looking.
If you read, I'm trying to lie to them. You know, if you read on the state and yourself that book, they said that, like, obviously body fascism is bad, but it's good to be yourself.
What reading group are you in?
It's sort of just a solo. So I'm sort of reading Dolo.
We're looking for the guy who did this. Just kidding. We're looking for our friend, Big Mark's energy. We were in the Cheshire Woods trying to dab on the Hill Hag. Boomer.
Okay, boomer.
And we don't know where he went. If you guys see him, do you mind letting us know?
Yeah, I would take any opportunity to talk to you guys more, for sure.
This guy understands the assignment.
Well, hopefully he'll practice radical self-care and find his way back. All right, guys, back to the Chaz.
Back to the Chaz.
And they all sort of like scuttle away back to wherever the Chaz is. and the dog is just growling and like shaking, like and vibrating with hunger.
Dude, I totally get it.
I look at Matt and Felix. I roll my eyes and I say, "It may be distasteful, but unfortunately, they are paying my bog rent." So, I mean, like they they like you can't choose the people who read your pamphlets.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, look, let's help him out if we can. I'm not saying I'm not going to go out of my way to help him, but
one of them comes back. You think you recognize him as Air Jordan Peterson, and he turns to you guys and he says, "Look, if you guys find him, I mean, just you don't have to bring him back. Just be careful. He's kind of we're trying to cancel him, or I am. So just letting you know." And coming, comrades.
Another guy comes over and he hits the dab, super low dab, and then he he rolls for a riff check with Matt's character specifically for some reason. This one, his name is Intersectional Bobby Elvis.
Fucking shit.
God damn it!
Fuck.
He gets a crit fail. He slips on a cow pie, and he dies of a concussion.
But yeah,
Jesus.
he did sound like he wanted to cancel this guy. There's someone who wanted to save him, someone wanted to cancel him. You're outside the Cheshire Woods. Thank you, Jack and Chris. Fucking great. Thank you for your help there. Yeah, do you guys want to venture in?
Yeah, I want to. I just got to say, like, man, like if you live in the woods now, I get it. Like you're trying to save up ruins. It's like whatever. Like you spent your time in the slums and everything in the King's District, but like. If you grow up in the fucking woods, you're an asshole. Like this, like I can't imagine someone who grew up here, like how awful it would be. What a fucking idiot they would be. Like around that. I mean, I don't know anyone who did, but like you would have to be the biggest piece of shit if you grew up here. They should kill everything that's here.
Oh God. Okay. So you guys,
I'm looking around at these woods, and I gotta say, just the general atmosphere here, it reminds me of a very good a very good Alpha 24 vision scroll came out not too long ago, directed by Robert Eggers and starring the great Anya Taylor-Joy. I don't know if you've seen The Queen's Gambit, but it was one of the better Netflix scrolls that came out in the last couple of years. No, directed by Robert Eggers, starring Anya Taylor-Joy. It's called The Woman.
Ooh. I I was with a maiden who kind of looked like Anya Taylor-Joy with normal eyes. It was like, it's a long story. There was another guy I was writing a scroll with. This is a while ago. He was dating her twin. Whatever. Don't want to talk about it.
So you guys wander into the Cheshire Woods, and it's a peculiar place. You know, it's this like disgusting, gnarled, like wood everywhere. There's like green slime around. Everything there, like nothing can live there. This is why the developer couldn't develop there. This is why nobody goes in here. And the fog, the second you approach the woods, whatever rolling fog that was like gently like hovering outside of the woods, it becomes thick as fucking anything the second you walk into it. I don't know what you guys want to do, but you have to try to find a way to dispel this fog so that you can get to the catacombs. So you obviously, I don't know what you guys talked with the guys there, and they mentioned some ideas about what to do. I don't know what you guys are thinking, though. I want to sort of you guys discuss.
Well, we encountered an owl already. Owl, one of the most powerful masculine forces that can be channeled in service of, like I said, the traditional form of society, the matriarchy that I'm trying to return to. So I would like to wild shape into an owl
Perfect.
That way I can sort of like get above the fog, just get sort of do a sort of ocular kinetic assessment of the fog
Absolutely.
style scenario that we find ourselves in.
Absolutely. So when you turn into an owl, owls, like all animals, most animals in D&D for some reason, all have like really distinct stats for them. As an owl, you turn into an owl and you're able to soar above the fog in the trees. You see the fog goes all the way up in the woods, and you're able to get above the woods at this point. You can see sort of a bit beyond. You can even see the horizon of the Black City in the distance, but no entrance to the catacombs. And you see the spires that line the way out of the woods, which is why you're trying to go through here and through the catacombs. And but you can roll in this case perception, see what you can sort of sense just peering through the fog with your brilliant owl eyes, and you have advantage on this too.
Ooh, all right.
Holy shit! Okay,
Damn.
so that's a dirty 20, folks. So with that, you're able to peer into the woods and see something waving to you, almost like a glowing outline of some kind of shade. And as you approach it, you think you maybe recognize it, and you see the shade, and it looks at you, and it has a friendly face, and it seems friendly to you. Roll history. You recognize this shade. It's Vince's Fosterus.
Ooh.
And he sort of like looks to you, and he beckons you to follow him. Now your comrades aren't with you, but he's sort of beckoning you to follow him.
I do remember that he did enter the netherworlds in a forest, so this makes sense.
So, yeah. Do you want to follow him, or do you want to grab your comrades and then go follow him? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna grab the comrades and say, fellas, just turned into an owl. Encountered a ghost in the quote unquote suicide forest. And when I'm in a darkened wood filled with fog and a ghost is beckoning towards me, there's only one thing to do: follow them.
So yeah, you could see the dog sort of like sniffing the air, and he turns to you, Matt, the dog, and he says, "Be wary, spider, spider, not nice."
I gotta say, like, normally, if I was told to follow something in a suicide forest, I would be like, oh yeah, no, I am going to follow the ultimate loser, a ghost who killed themselves. If you're a ghost, that means that you didn't get all your stuff done. B, suicide, that's like, look, I think mental health is really important, but that is the moral failing if you do that.
Absolutely.
But you seem to think you have some doubts over whether this ghost killed himself, right?
I do. I very much do.
All right, well, that's good enough for me. I'm still feeling good off my medicine.
Like the blue cloaks call this the suicide forest. I call it the murder forest.
All right, if that's all you need.
I call it the victims of the Hillhag forest.
That's all you needed to say. I like the cool breeze on my back. I'm sweating a lot for some reason. It's just good to be out here. Let's go.
Watch for spider.
The dog nods to you, Matt. Like, good job. Like they got that. Like they'll get that. And he opines, call it Hillhag body count forest. And you guys wander further into the woods. You catch the eye of the shade again. You kind of were able to locate where he was, and you follow him through. And he leads you to looks like a long dead elf of some kind, laying its back against a tree, clutching in its hand a parchment. And you see the sullen shade, Vince's Fosterus, and he looks to the three of you, and he gestures to the elf, and he goes, making shade noises.
Well, I mean, if there's a parchment there, I want to read the parchment.
So you want to go up and grab the parchment from the elf?
Yeah, I'm gonna just check out this parchment.
Okay, roll a dexterity saving throw. Okay, cool. So you start to read the parchment. You start to pull the parchment from his hand. When above you, you feel something sticky on the back of your neck. The dog starts barking immediately. And you, Volfil, start getting pulled up into...
Someone's not doing retention.
into the web of some sort of like half spider, half woman like creature. They call these humas, and they litter the forest. And she says, I'm going to eat this one first. So what do you guys want to do?
I mean, okay, are you going to eat... Wait a second. Are you going to eat me as part of an official traditional druidic sacrifice, or are you just going to eat me?
No, I'm hungry.
All right, fuck this.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do? Are you guys going to try to attack her, or what? She's just pulling him up right now.
Can I hit her with a flaming sphere? Can I try to cast flaming sphere?
Fuck yeah, you could just cast that shit right up.
Yeah, I'm casting that right up at this...
fuck yes.
Kiss of the Spider Woman, starring Raul Julia and William Hurt. No thanks, not this time.
Okay, cool. So when you shoot the... as I put that in the back of your spells, and I was like, oh shit, you got it. Okay. I forgot that I didn't put that in the front by accident. Okay, so you shoot the spell, this giant, this 5-foot diameter flaming spear up in the air. And she is just like pulling you up. And she's like, uh-oh. And she's going to have to roll a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, she's able to, as the spear comes to her, she's able to let go of you and tumble out of the way and land on the ground on her legs. But she still got scorched. We're going to roll for some damage for that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you burn her. She takes a little bit of damage, only 3. And she's scorched. She's like, you. And, yeah, roll for initiative, guys. So, Oprah. You guys are about to... do this. So, Will, you got some serious initiative. She pulled you up in the web. You cast a flaming sphere from nowhere, and now you get to fucking just go again. So, what do you want to do?
Normally, it's been sort of a lifelong ambition of me to fulfill my life in the most traditional way possible.
Of course.
Which is, of course, being bred and then consumed by some sort of spider woman abomination. It's my fondest wish, but it has to be like a traditional matriarchal druid spider woman. I'm looking at this spider woman. She's very immodest. All 8 of her legs are showing, and it's just it's turned me off. I'm repelled by this she beast. But also strangely intrigued. But I got a quest to do. No time to be bred and sacrificed. Now, gotta do. Focus on the task at hand. So, I am going to shoot a guiding bolt at this spider woman.
Nice. Ooh, that does hit. Nice, dude. Roll for damage on that. Insane. That, oh my god, wow, that's so cool. You do 20 damage to her as you shoot this guiding bolt. What does your guiding bolt look like? It's typically like a flash of light that streaks out of your hand. Does yours have any special druidic characteristics or scroll-based characteristics? What does it look like?
Just very traditional, very simple,
yeah,
very humble. Very humble, but I just go, I shoot these arcs of very traditional guiding bolts, like very traditional Celtic design, sort of like, there's some, maybe some runes are just sort of like illuminated, like on my hands and fingers, like the runes that I've carved into my arms are sort of like illuminated as the guiding bolt sort of courses through my body. A lot of the traditional runes I have, it's sort of like Celtic tribal rune body art that I adorn myself with. That is again very traditional, very matriarchal. Not modern, not Asian characters or anything horror-ish like that. Yeah. But I say like the light is the way, the door is the key, death is the gate.
Yes, and you shoot it, and Huma goes, I can't understand any of that. And as it cuts through her body, somewhere Varg is nodding solemnly and smiling, and dying from eating refined sugar. So she gets hurt by you. She's been kind of beat by you pretty bad, and sort of like out of like a fearful cowardliness. She's going to go after Matt instead. So she's going to walk towards you, Matt, with her legs held out akimbo, and start trying to swipe it. She does hit you, and she's coming at you with these legs. You're probably taken a little off guard. Maybe you're trying to protect your dog as well. And she does 12 damage to you, but she like sort of punctures you with these things. And she's going to try to do it again to you. She's like, the hill hag will be proud of me, as she keeps trying to hit you. And oh boy, she got a critical hit. Ooh. As she sort of is jamming her legs into you. And you take another 15 damage. So you're still standing. Actually, you have a lot of HP. You are a big tank. But she just like started puncturing you. And you see your dog's like, no, not another nice man. No, he's like just getting like so distressed and distraught about it. But you're up. It's your turn, so you can hit her back.
Yeah. Axe, my God!
Yeah.
Ouch!
Yeah, go for it. You say the most. That's like not quite enough to hit. So you swing it back, and you're sort of still wounded, and blood is sort of squirting out of you. You can swing again, though. Yeah, that does hit. Okay, roll for damage. There you go. So you just like fucking like swing and miss, and she's like cackling evilly, and then you just beat her with the brunt end of the stick, and then come back in with the axe. So it's just sort of like getting her off her balance and then slashing into her. And she's like, ah! And obviously you can still command your dog to do the same.
Well, I'm getting mad.
Yeah, you get mad. Yeah, you get mad, and she has to now roll against that and see if like she can resist your rage, the fear you've engendered. Ooh, she does not. Okay, you slash her. She's like still cocky because she was stabbing at you. But as you enter this like transcendent rage, the dog next to you, your dog, is sort of like first also terrified of you, but then sort of feels emboldened. And she looks to you, and behind you, she sees a massive dire bear, sort of just like a shadow of one, and all light drained around it, except it's just you and the dire bear glaring at her. And she is just going to run from you for as long as she's afraid of you and have a disadvantage on anything she does towards you, any attack she does towards you. So that's going to be a pretty useful boon as this fight continues. We are now up Felix.
All right. This may require a perception check. I see this awful spider creature, Huma. She seems like she has a hard exterior. I mean, she's an arachnid, obviously. But it seems like there would be a way to get into her emotions that she would have a weakness for a type of Abrahamic man. Am I right in assuming that?
You are more than right about that.
All right. I'm not raising a weapon. I'm not casting a spell. I'd like to speak to her. I like yell to her.
Holler at her.
Hey, I just moved here to the woods. Yeah, my name is Felix Aaron Thornburg. I'm introducing myself, like, just because I saw you, and I don't want to be too forward, but also because I have to. I have to introduce myself to everyone where I moved in, because there was a mix-up, and I did ask a 13-year-old to make a personal vision for me in my orb, and the knights took my orb, and it was a whole misunderstanding. I am seeing an alchemist. I'm going to a sanitarium for my problem. But that's just a little bit about me.
Right. Are thine horny? If so, cool.
Okay. Okay. You see her whisper under her breath, Carlos. And you, oh God, roll for the nerds at home. They'll know once you're in a fight with somebody, it's very rare that you allow this. You could roll a persuasion check to see if you can get her to stop being aggressive.
Okay. I'm the best roller on earth. Everyone's seeing this. I'm not cheating like people accuse me of.
Okay, he's not cheating, folks, unfortunately. He got a 20. Shit, she sort of stands down. All right, I let this happen. That's what you do. You have to roll with these things. She stands down, still fearful of Matt and his mutt. It's a pure.
No, that's a pit.
Say. Yeah, and but she sort of rests her legs down, and she sort of like sidles up to you, Felix, and she says, I loved a man once. And her eyes flit towards the skeleton, and you see on the lanyard it's wearing, it says Wiener. And and she says, I can't. You just have to promise you'll never do that again. Roll insight.
Okay.
Roll insight first. Okay. Not great. 4. Here, I'll give you a hint though of what's happening. You think she's being really earnest that she doesn't want you to do that anymore.
Okay.
She doesn't get weirdly horny about that. For
She
some fucked
doesn't
up
love
reason.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't. The new medication I'm on makes it really. I mean, I can get hard. I can get horny, but way more difficult. I'm more into sweating and itching right now.
Okay. She looks to you and she says, "Okay, just read the parchment. Read the parchment, and you'll have the means to summon the queen, the hill hag."
Okay.
I got the parchment over here.
Yeah. So you have the parchment. You open it. It's in a language that neither of you can understand. But Matt, you can read it. It's in Giant, a language that you know for some reason.
Let me get my reading glasses on here.
Yeah.
It's two like log rings with like amber over them.
Yeah.
Forest glasses.
Matt, you read it. And with your very limited reading ability, you can make out the phrase, Bernie would have won. Corn cob.
Bernie win. Corn cob?
And as you say this, you hear la 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 la, and you see what must be big Mark's energy appear from the woods. It goes, "Oh, greetings, comrades! I was looking for my friends." He starts dabbing, and you see the queen, the spider queen Huma, turn to you, Felix, and she says, "My love, if you sacrifice his adrenal gland, the hag will come."
Oh no, you're saying we would have to sacrifice this guy? Wow.
And you see he's now flossing. He's just grinning stupidly at you, flossing. Yes, I'm afraid so.
Oh, that's a shame. I really don't like
you-
it when people get hurt like that.
So, do you want to do it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You guys easily don't even have to fucking roll. You easily apprehend this thing. It's like, wait, no, boomer, corn cop, boomer. We're all trying to find the guy who. And slowly, Matt, you. I like this idea. You squeeze the adrenal gland out of this thing. And it pops out. And Will, you have a herbalism kit. So if you want to do that, you could probably make adrenochrome if you roll for your herbalism kit.
Yes, I will. I will do that. And I know like a big part of the prophecy is how much child sacrifice the Blue Cloaks are doing. But I just want to be clear here: this is not traditional child sacrifice. Child sacrifice is actually a normal indigenous Celtic practice, and it's an important part of my culture. And I hate the way it's been appropriated. But, I mean, like, taking part of the brain of a child and then ditching its body into a bog underneath some sort of rune stone is based and traditional. It's good. It's not bad, but it is bad when they do it and they appropriate.
All right, hit a medicine check.
Medicine, okay.
Fuck yeah. So, yeah, you take the adrenal gland and you're able to, through your druidic teachings, just, like, mold it into a beautiful sort of phylactery of adrenochrome. That you have now, and you see the sullen shade.
I'm based in child pilled.
Vince's Fosterus leads you to a stump, and he sort of directs you to put the phylactery on top of it. And Huma looks to you, Felix, and she nods solemnly. But that's what you do.
Yeah, and
Hell yeah.
And I say to her, like, I actually have to. I'm doing a lot of traveling, but
of course.
I'll be back. I'll be in contact.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in the air.
Okay, I understand. There's lots of things Jews do. I guess I never understood. Okay,
We have
I'll see you around.
We have our hands in a lot of pies. All right, I'll see you. No, I'll be back. This is not the last time you'll see me for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Roll deception. Yeah, fuck yeah, she buys that. 19? Yeah. She fucking buys that. And she slinks off. Yeah, another heartbroken. She slinks off into the night. You place a phylactery down, and then a strange thing happens. All of a sudden, the fog starts to dissipate slightly, but not fully. It only creates a small winding path. The sullen shade puts a hand on your shoulder, Matt, as a siren song starts to play. Will, I need you to roll a charisma saving throw. That's very good. Not good enough.
Ooh.
That's how seductive this song is. As it drags you into the woods, you are led towards what looks like a beautiful, lush river with hanging, lush greenery. The river is filled with salmon and all these things. You hear the song, and you see this maiden with long, auburn hair, with a modest, empty potato sack adorning her shoulders. She lifts a basket of berries she washed in the river and gestures towards a small encampment she's made. Matt and Felix, do you follow Will, watching him sort of like absent-mindedly wander through the woods? Or do you let him do his thing?
You know what? This is like the woods. This is this guy's shit. You know, it's like if you had a friend who's a nerd and you're in Best Buy, it's like, yeah, I'm following him around. Let's go. I'm following him.
You follow him into the woods, further in, and you see this maiden. Will roll another charisma saving throw. That's good. So that 18. As your friends wander into the woods, you see this beautiful auburn-haired woman, and your friends, what they see is a pitiful, muddy stream, discolored red, and a horrid hag, and the fog ever present. And the woman before your eyes, Will, like The Shining, one of the best scrolls, turns back into the hag that she is. You almost thought for a second you had your pagan wife. But, alas, it was another trick of the woods. And the hag, she screams at you all. More worm farmer scum looking for a payday. All you men were cruel to come here. And then, with the sullen shade, who has his hands now on both of your shoulders, Matt, and is looking intently at the hag. And she glares at you, Matt, and she says, but you especially, deplorable bastard. And she vanishes. You've bested the hag. The fog dissipates. The sullen shade approaches you, Matt, and he says, there's no dishonor in being a bastard. And he puts his hand on your cheek, and he says, consider the debt repaid. And he ascends. And suddenly the way is clear. And the catacombs are just beyond the river, this disgusting river. Good job, guys. I did not expect you to convince Huma to be on your side.
I could tell there was something going on there. I want to turn to my party and ask something.
Shoot.
Oh, okay. There's nothing wrong with being a bastard. Okay, right. Do you agree that, like, if your dad isn't really around, he's doing his own thing. 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 Really